Hey, buddy Manning here, Josue Pavon by my side, bonus edition of the Garden Report. You get 2 for 1 every night here at TD Garden. And we're going to talk about where this series is going because I have no clue. I'm going to see if you do. Back and forth they go, injuries, surprise each night. I love what you said because it's been the story of this series, not knowing what's coming up next. I get here this morning, Tyler Herro's out, and that's just a massive hit on the Heat's offense. They score 82 in this loss, missed their first 14 shots, and of course the Celtics playing with desperation, and Robert Williams back, which I didn't totally expect coming into this one. Make the Heat miss their first 14 shots. Heat shooting 7% near the tail end of that first quarter, just completely suffocated, not able to get to the rim. Blowout win here. They lead by as many as 30 plus, and you walk away from it saying, all right, that's good. But what is it going to mean going into the next game in this one?
Well, for starters, I'm glad you mentioned Rob Williams because if Rob's not in this, then that's a blessing for the Heat. Like I just think the Celtics defense looks vastly different when he's not out there.
I think the series is over if he's out there and he's himself. And again, I said Celtics in 5 after that Game 2 blowout, but Game 3 he's not there.
Yeah, it's tough, especially not having him in that atmosphere, the Saturday night at the Garden and everything, and obviously we saw what happened, the back and forth, and even though the Celtics only lost by 6 points, it felt like it was much more.
Tight start.
Yeah, it just felt like a golden opportunity that they missed out on, and then they come back and they respond the way that they've been responding after every single loss here in the postseason. But as Jason Tatum talked about after the game, can they perform like that after a win? And I don't know if that's possible without Rob in this scenario because the Heat, they come with the same energy, right? They respond in the same way after losses, especially a blowout loss. And then going back home, I think they're gonna ride the momentum of the crowd, and they're gonna unlock Bam again. I think that's gonna be the game plan going into this one, trying to isolate him in one-on-one situations against Al Horford that worked so well in Game 3. I feel like when the Celtics, the help defense it's one step off the Miami Heat, they take advantage of that. So I think they're going to try to do the same. Hopefully Rob is in this one. I would love to see Smart back, but if not, maybe that's a blessing for him to finish off the back end of the series strong. Look, I'm not trying to say this thing's definitely going to go 7, but you have to keep that in your mind, right? You can't just say, oh, let's rush Marcus back out there and because you smell blood. Look, the series is tied, and I love the fact that Tatum is keeping that in perspective, right? Saying, look, the series is tied. It's 2-2. It's like a brand new series. We're not going into Game 5 thinking we got them here just because we blew them out on our own floor in Game 4. They know the Miami Heat's going to respond in a big way in Game 5. I think Bam's going to have a lot to do with that.
Well, depth's going to be a bigger thing, too. Roll guys like Max Strus, he was rolling earlier in the series, and that flips over.
What happened to Max?
That flips over the Celtics guys on this side in the home court, and you always talk about that, role players playing better on the home courts in this series. Maybe that's something that comes into play here with Miami having home court, 2 of the next 3 on their home, but that's so important for me. You just think about the injuries in this series, you think of the depth of these 2 teams, and I'll tell you, it's been closer in Boston's favor with the role guys than you would have thought going against a pretty deep Heat team here. But that just shows how banged up the Heat have been coming in too. Kyle Lowry just sort of a no-show in this one. Jimmy Butler banged up, and Tyler Herro missing, of course, here as well. So you got to dig deeper for them. They got something out of Oladipo, but man, 18 points from your starters. You just got to be able to bring more from the frontline guys because that's asking too much of the role guys.
Yeah, man, it's like I said. If someone told me 48 hours ago that the Celtics bench was going to outscore the Heat starting lineup, I would have said no, not in this series. But that's exactly what happened. So that was something that I didn't anticipate as well. But yeah, there's been so many unexpected things that have been going on throughout the series, and I can't help but wonder what's going to be the next one. Maybe it's Tyler Herro having a big game. Maybe it's someone else coming up big, like you just mentioned, between Max and another shooter. So these guys have weapons, and I almost feel like Spoelstra sort of likes this in a way, right? It's almost like this chess match between him and Ime Udoka, where he's thinking he's got pieces that Ime is not, he's slept on, or he's going to try to.
He has more options.
He's going to try to hit him with something else that he hasn't seen. Exactly, he does have more options. I just feel like the Miami Heat are a deeper team. I don't know if they're more talented than the Celtics, but they are deeper. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments he makes. And we're also talking about one of the best coaches in the NBA. So.
Well, key adjustments by Ime in this one. Getting Rob back helps. You get to cut Tice out of the rotation with that return. Rob feeling good after the game, but still going to see how he feels. You get 2 full days off here, essentially, to get him back out there. And I said after Game 2, if he's out there if they got that starting lineup intact, I felt like the Celtics were going to win this one in 5, but now Smart status up in the air too. You're looking at Butler, you're looking at Herro, injuries and depth. Those are the 2 big things rest of the series I think are going to decide it. We'll be back after Game 5, coverage, post-game, remote on CLNS Media, Celtics All Access. Go join us. We'll have a full crew. H. Blakely will be down in Miami as well, so he'll have our live coverage from FTX Arena. And, of course, we're brought to you by com.com/garden. 40% off a premium subscription, sleep, meditation, yoga, all the rest. And HelloFresh, HelloFresh.com/playoff16. 16 free meals, 3 free gifts right to your door, fresh ingredients, instructions laid out. And for Josue Pavon, Manning, TD Garden in Boston. We'll see you soon.